Let's talk about expansion. 2024, there's a lot of things you can do to expand everything in your life. But you don't want to expand this because it is the Christmas season. We just got through Halloween, and Halloween there was a lot of candy. And then we went through Thanksgiving. There's a lot of turkey, a lot of stuffing, and we stuffed ourselves. And what happens? Well, then we turn around and get into Christmas, and we get Christmas gifts that we don't need from neighbors that don't really know us. They give us chocolates and stuff. And then the big guy himself, he's called the big guy for a reason, the big guy himself just promotes the wrong kind of expansion. I'm just saying, he promotes the wrong kind of expansion. I mean, he's perpetually expanded. Let's just be honest about that. So you want to avoid some things like this. You want to avoid the pastries. You want to avoid the sugar. No, this isn't a video on diet. I'm just making a point. Choose the right things to expand on, because that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about expanding in the right way. And I'm going to give you 3 things to expand in the coming year that are going to make a huge difference in your life and in whatever it is you're doing, whether you're creating online, making a presence online, or even if you're just watching stuff online, but you're choosing to expand in different areas and grow in different areas. Here's the 3 things that I feel you need to expand on. And just let me go through it. The first is this: expand your mind. Expand your mind. Just let it blow up. When you stop growing, when you stop learning and trusting, pushing your mind forward, you're in decline. You're going to die. When you stop learning, you stop. It will affect you physically, mentally, spiritually. It will affect you in all of those areas. But make time to expand your mind. And I'm going to tell you how to do that. You do it by design. A couple months ago, I joined a membership dedicated to the idea and the philosophy of success, because I want to be the success that I know God wants me to be. I want to be that person. And so by design, I chose to jump into this membership. By design, I listen to stuff every day. By design, I read certain things on a regular basis to expand my mind, to keep my mind growing and moving forward. And that's the first thing you need to plan on expanding this coming year. Don't just say, I'm taking a year off, or even a week off for that matter. Put yourself into a place where you can perpetually grow. Expand your mind. And you do this by design, and it's your design. You have to choose to do it, and you have to be deliberate about it. That's the first thing. The second thing is expand your connections. I'm not talking about trolling people on Facebook. Ooh, I've got 3 friends that know this person. Maybe I should be friends with this person too. But the problem is that maybe you don't even know the 3 friends that you're already friends with that knows this other person. And so, yeah, you can do that, and that's fine. I'm talking about expanding your connections in a more intimate way, in a more personal way, and you do this by serving. You just do this by showing up. Now, it would have been real easy, and I mean real easy, for me just to say, well, I blew this week. I'll just delete the video and start again next week. No, I'm going to redo it. And here I am. I'm redoing it because I want to. The point of me doing these is to serve, is to serve you, is to serve other people. And so you have to make time to expand your mind, and you do that by design. And the second thing is you need to make time to expand your connections, and you do this by serving. The more you serve, the more people will take notice, because you're doing it to help other people. It's not about the likes. It's not about the friend requests. It's about serving. Other things will come. Okay? Those will come. However, you serve first. You serve first. There's a Zig Ziglar quote. I may butcher it, but here it is anyway. You will get everything in life you want if you just help enough other people get what they want. So just serve. Just help other people. That's the second thing. First, expand your mind. Second, expand your connections. And third, go swim. No, not go swimming. Expand your influence. Now, why are we showing a swimmer here? Because of a Michael Phelps quote. Michael Phelps, I heard him in an interview. He said, if you miss a day in the water, you're 2 days behind. Now, he's just talking about training for swimming. And, he trained for years and years and years and years. And he said he never missed a day of training in the water, because if you miss a day in the water, you're 2 days behind. The third thing is take time to expand your influence. Now, you're thinking, well, that's kind of like the last one, just by serving and expanding your connection. Now, I'm talking about expanding your influence. And here's how you do this. You do this by being consistent. You show up every day. You show up every week. Whatever your schedule is for showing up, you show up, and you're consistent about it. You're consistent about it. And if things mess up, like mine did this morning, you just repeat it and you show up by being consistent. Now, expanding your mind, you do this by design. That you expand your connections, you do this by serving, and you expand your influence, and you do this by consistency. But there's a bonus that sticks it and keeps it all together. It just keeps it all together, and that's the gold, so to speak. That's the thing that just keeps it all together, and that is this: is that you need to make everything intentional. You have to intentionally choose to expand your mind, doing by design. You have to intentionally serve other people's, thereby making connections. You have to intentionally get in the water every day or expand your influence. You have to be intentional about being consistent. The big thing about being consistent is you do it when you feel crappy. You do it when you feel great. You do it when you feel, but you do it. My wife several years ago decided that she wanted to run a 5K. My wife doesn't run to the mailbox, and we got a short driveway. My wife doesn't run, even when there's something coming that she wants. She doesn't run to the driveway, but she just got up one day and she said, I want to run a 5K. And I'm going, oh, here we go. Because I knew that when she said that, I was going to run every step with her. And we ran every day. And she decided this in February. The 1st of March, we're running. There's ice on the ground. You can't run. You just kind of slide along. But we're out there every day. We had to buy winter running gear, which makes no sense to me. But anyway, we had to buy winter running gear. And we showed up every day. And she ran her first 5K around the neighborhood. And then we started to run 5Ks in San Antonio and San Diego and Philadelphia. She'd go to a conference. There was a 5K. We run a 5K. We ran some 5Ks. We ran several 5Ks, and it was a great experience. But we had to show up every day, and we had to make everything intentional. And if you want to expand your mind and expand your connections and expand your influence in the coming year, you need to make every one of those things intentional. Get a plan, make a plan, be the best that you can be in that regard. And I just want to say, have a very Merry Christmas. Do not expand your waistline. Expand your mind, your connections, and your influence in the coming year. Have a great week.